Hi, my name is Anastassia. I'm a visual artist here in San Antonio, and this is Una Plática.
Una Plática.
Una Plática.
Es una plática.
Say Plática.
Una Plática. Una Plática.
Oh my God, what was the story again? It was who inspires me. Right, so the person that inspired me the most, it's going to be my mom. I have very early on memories of her giving us a lot of freedom to be creative. There wasn't punishment within creativity, so there's a lot of freedom of doing things. There's this one very specific memory that I have where she would cover all the walls with paper, and she would let me just kind of run around and paint everything around without any like boundaries. So I've been creating art, I feel like, since I have memory. I've always been really creative, but I would say professionally, I think it started when I moved to the United States. It was around 2009. And I was at SACY. I was part of the high school program that they had. And I think that was the first time I actually got to show in like a gallery space or like in a more like professional environment. So I think it started then. So I am I was born and raised in Santiago, Chile. And I grew up in a family that was pretty multicultural. We had Arabic and Chilean roots all mixed up in one household. So that was pretty interesting. I'm kind of anti-hero person. I don't know what to know about that. I think we're all kind of like heroes in our own terms and our own narrative. I am not really a big fan of like the whole fan culture of like kind of like liking somebody too much or like being too heroic, because I feel like we all have it in us. So I feel like I would like to be my own hero. Absolutely. Centro Cultural Aztlán, I feel like it's super important to have in the city. It not only gives artists in the community to show their community members what they're making, but it also gives opportunity to these artists to have an experience in these spaces, as well as giving kind of like a little bit of education and giving a little bit of information and knowledge through the community. And I think that's kind of like a win-win for both. So one of my favorite events that happen here at Centro Cultural Aztlán, I would say is Dia de los Muertos. I feel like this group of people here have made a really incredible event that has stayed through the time and has stayed really well. And I think a lot of people know about these events too. So it's kind of cool to see that. I guess the biggest impact I want to make is really to just, I guess, transcend, borders in a way. I do speak about my immigrant experience quite a bit, and also being like mixed cultural, in a mixed cultural household, I guess, and then moving to a different country altogether and being in another space that is very different to everything else that you're around, I guess. So I guess I do like that, being able to give a step in a window to open and see kind of how all of our immigrant experience are and can be. And I guess also a little bit of cultural enrichment. I would like to give people a little bit of my culture and for them to see what I see. Oh my God, my favorite part is community. And I love that San Antonio sticks to its roots regardless of what's happening around. So you'll see a lot of new contemporary work But somewhere in there, you're always going to find that San Antonio culture really embedded in that. And I really do appreciate that. I would tell them to just go for it, to do it and to enjoy it, and that there's no failure. There's just a lot of lessons, and then you learn more and more and you get better at it. And I think if it's your dream, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time and a lot of effort, a lot of energy. One of my pieces is called Los Visionarios. It's going to be the representation of Salvador Allende, Victor Jara, and Pablo Neruda, which are three major, I would say, influences in culture of Chile. So that's one of my pieces that I did for the NYFA program for immigrants. I do have also a hand study. That's an acrylic painting on canvas. The inspiration was mostly just studies of the body and how they pretty much look within like different types of light. So there was a little bit of focus and study on that. And then the third artwork that I brought in, it's a drawing on heavyweight paper. Those drawings are actually inspired by the Selknam people, which are indigenous people from Chile that got pretty much genocided and kind of erased from history. And I'm kind of working on bringing those up to light again and just kind of portray their culture one more time.